Is 11 o'clock on this late Monday night, April 2nd, 2018. Storming now for the Peter channel. 11 o'clock news on this late Monday night, April 2nd, 2018. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. It's 11 o'clock on this late Monday night, and it's 29 degrees in North Massachusetts. Top stories of the Peter channel. 11 o'clock news on this late Monday night is Elizabeth Fessy won't seek re-election amid scrutiny of Chief of Staff's departure. Loman-China trade action divides industry and world's markets. Justice Department rolls out case quarters for immigration judges. Russia presses Trump for White House meeting with Putin. Putin had a 50-day all-day continental register client project could approve. Trump forced to move storming Daniel sued into arbitration. Mexico pastor dips on fears of China-U.S. trade war. Winnie and Niles Mendel's marriage survived for 3 decades in prison but not freedom. Israeli leader reaches a deal with UN on African migrants and backtracks. In lopsided election win, Egypt's President Sisi. Tightens grip and stirs resentment. How Parkland students feel about mandatory clear backpacks. Fox News states support for Laura Ingram despite advertiser fallout. Teachers walk out in a local in Kentucky as really is a wildfire. Wife of former FBI Deputy Director Mickey calls that attacking on formerly false and utterly absurd. TV anchors around fake news put the spot on the Sinclair broadcast group. A terrible Disney experience as pregnant vlogger kicked off a Disney cruise by an armed guard. Looking at some local news from the Attleboro Sun Chronicle. The results from local elections in Plainville, Rehoboth, Seekonk, and Rentham. In Rentham election results to the Board of Selectmen for the top two. James Anderson, 643 votes, and Jerome McGovern, incumbent with 587 votes. You have two winners in the Rentham election results of the Board of Selectmen. Bob Corn with 151. In the Plainville election results, Board of Selectmen candidates, Jeffrey Johnson at 529 votes, and Brian Kelly with 402 votes. In the Plainville School Committee, the top two, Kristen Gertie and Michelle Sharp, your winners, Gertie with 613 votes, and Michelle Sharp with 436 votes. KP School Committee, Bruce Cates at 7 votes, and Carol Jefferson at 317 votes. The Constable for Plainville, Clinton Cracker, your winner, 467 votes, and Paul Richard at 400 votes. In the Rehoboth election results, the top two candidates for the Board of Selectmen, and Jonah Schwab with 946 votes, and Michael Costello with 798 votes. And that Rehoboth School Committee, Catherine Cooper, winner with 79 votes, and George Sauce Sr., other winner for that Rehoboth School Committee with 748 votes in the top two. And you got right, high school group, yes, 1,074, and no, 457 votes. In the Seekonk election results, Board of Selectmen, top two, Chris Brazor, 1,083 votes, David Vieira with 95 votes. Your top two winners in the Seekonk Board of Selectmen, top two, and David Parker, 942 votes. In the school committee in the top two, Kimberly Slaughter with 969 votes, and Nora Esco with 875 votes. Water Commission, David Miller, your winner, 1,376 votes over the Jeffrey Star Marians with 233 votes. The question one answer location, yes at 1255, and no 484. And question number two, Chartermen that will allow an elect board member to serve on the Charter Commission, no at 900, and yes 773. Hearts of the State and Seekonk incumbent selectman ousted. Brooklyn felon released on good behavior, arrested again, and then released. Bridgewater State doesn't track sexual harassment complaints, says Paul Jean, the university's vice president for marketing communications, said Bridgewater State University would not be able to provide any information on such complaints because it does not maintain any sort of centralized system that tracks them. How was China's Xianyang 1 space station crash track so accurately? Use SpaceX Dragon launches NASA cargo to space station on a pre-flown rocket. Rare cosmic alignment reveals most distant star ever seen. Dinosaur treks in the sky, globally important. Peter Challenger's time is 11:02 on this late Monday night, and it's time now for a sports report. Boston Red Sox defeat the Miami Marlins in Miami 7-3. In other Major League Baseball scores, Yankees and the Braves snowed out Pittsburgh Pirates over the Minnesota Twins 5-4. Detroit Tigers over the Kansas City Royals 6-1. St. Louis Cardinals over the Milwaukee Brewers 8-4. Cincinnati Reds blank the Chicago Cubs 1-0. Toronto Blue Jays over the Chicago White Sox 4-2. Houston Nationals over the Baltimore Orioles 6-1. Washington Nationals over the Atlanta Braves 8-1 in progress. LA Dodgers leading Arizona Diamondbacks 3-2. Texas Rangers and Oakland Athletics no score. Cleveland Indians over the LA Angels 2-0, and the San Diego Padres at Rockies 1-1 to score. NHL scores: Toronto Maple Leafs 5, Buffalo Sabres 2, Winnipeg Jets 6, Ottawa Senators 5, Florida Panthers 5, Florida Panthers 3, Carolina Hurricanes 2, Washington Capitals 4, St. Louis Blues 2, Minnesota Wild 3, Edmonton over 0, and LA Kings leading the Avalanche 1-0 with 10:31 left in its third period. And in the men's NCAA D1 National Championship game in San Antonio, Villanova leading Michigan 56-42. Rob Gronkowski, Republican Student Heel, return to the Patriots. Sergio Augusto back at Augusta as Master Champion, enjoying him every minute. And Max Holloway winning to one of the UFC 223 fighter welterweight. Peter Chaldusan, 11:03 on this late Monday night. Time now for Peter Chell traffic and trends to check on this late Monday night. Beep! Let's study off on the MBTA where departments train 8:36 to 8:53 p.m. Minimum operate hours. Station Swiss train passengers from train 8:30 to train 8:36 accommodate passengers from 8:36 and 8:33 to Edinburgh. And ferries are looking good. Alright, look at the Dowers and Bobways in New England. Let's start you off down in Rhode Island where looking good in Little Rhodey, 138 eastbound side. Little so around the Jamestown area, 495 at the southbound side. Little so around Route 28 out in Middleborough. 495 at the northbound side. It's backed up between the Rentham and Franklin stretches. Suburban Expressway, southbound side. Stop and go between Dorchester and the Braintree split. 93 at the northbound side. It's slow from the Mass Ave to downtown Boston. Some until SoCal until it's looking good. Route 2 eastbound side. Little after Route 128 on Lexington. And Mass Pike westbound side. It's a little slow between 146 and Millbury around the Mass Pike. And Mass Pike westbound side. Little slow 84 Sturbridge. 84 westbound side. Little slow after Mass Pike and Sturbridge. 91 at the northbound side. Little slow at Route 168 in East Hampton. And 91 at the northbound side. Little slow in Sunderland stretch. 84 eastbound side. Little slow Hartford stretch. And 84 on the eastbound side. South Route 8 on the southbound side. Little slow Waterbury Connecticut stretch. And Merritt Parkway eastbound side. Little slow around the Durham stretch and the Westport Connecticut stretches. And Vermont North Germain highways are looking good except for 95 on the southbound side. Little slow at Howland Main stretch and Interstate 87 on the southbound side. Little slow around Riddle and Champlain New York and Harvard 50 on the northbound side. So it's Quebec and towards Montreal. Peter Chaladusa, 11:05 on this late Monday night. Time now for a weather report, and it is a cold night in store after we had a little snow event. And now take a look at the radar satellite loop. It shows a line of clouds stretching on the Interstate 90 corridor from Springfield to Boston, included, which is the Mass Pike corridor, and stretching to northeast of Connecticut and northwestern Rhode Island, seeing some clouds. Otherwise, a clear and cool night throughout the 6-state New England region. As we're seeing temperatures right now for the moment in the 30s for much of southern New England, while seeing in the 20s for much of northern New England, some 31 in Portland, Maine, 31 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, 31 in Carter, New Hampshire, 35 in Manchester, New Hampshire, 32 in Nashville, New Hampshire, with a 10-degree reading in Mount Washington, New Hampshire. Right now, with Norton at the 11 o'clock hour, 30 degrees. That temperature humidity 92%, 2.28 degrees. Barometer 3.17 inches. Rising slowly and wind speed northwest and calm. Alright. Alright. Forecast goes like this. Today, Petrobras got to midnight. Otherwise, most of got about 20 degrees. Calm wind for Tuesday. Rain may after 3 p.m. Petrobras for 9 and the Petrobras for 5 p.m. Matter. 45 degrees. South about 5 to 8 miles an hour. Chest patient is 8%. New Petrobras between the 10 and a quarter inch possible. So, the Wheaton baseball and softball games at Wheaton College could be in jeopardy because of the pouring rain For Tuesday night, rain areas of drizzle before 8 p.m. Then showers after areas of drizzle between 8 and 9 p.m. Then areas of drizzle with a chance of showers after 9 p.m. Patch fog before 8 p.m. Then areas of fog after 9 p.m. Low on 30 degrees. South breeze about 5 to 8 miles coming at midnight. Chance of space is 80%. Dew precipitations between an inch and an inch possible for Wednesday. Areas of showers before noon. Then a chance of showers and thunderstorms between noon and 3 p.m. And then showers likely will possibly a thunderstorm after 3 p.m. Areas of fog before 11 a.m. west. Most of Alaska have about 66 degrees and southwest about 9 of 18 miles gust as high as 41 miles an hour. Chance space is 6%. Dew precipitations between an inch and an inch possible at 10 miles possible thunderstorms for Wednesday night. A chance of showers. Main before 8 p.m. Punch Alaska got about 31 degrees. West about 9 and 40 miles got as high as 31 miles an hour. Chance space is 30%. Thursday, Sunday, Alaska got about 45 about 29 degrees. Friday, chance of showers after 9 a.m. Mostly Alaska about 50 about 31 degrees and chance space is 40%. Saturday, Monday, Saturday, most Alaska about 45 about 29 degrees. Sunday, most Sunday, Alaska about 45 about 29 degrees. And for Monday, Alaska got about 40 degrees. And that is going to be it for the Peter channel. 11 o'clock news on this late Monday night, April 2nd, 2018. And viewers, hope you have a good night with a good project. And I'll see you tomorrow morning in the morning report. Hope you have a good night.